Ladies and gentlemen, today we have an actual clash of the titans of Age of Empires, a titanomachy, if you will, between two gods of the game, Viper and Vivi. Viper spawning in the west as the purple Bengalis, and Vivi spawning in the east as the red Khmer, or as it's actually pronounced, Khmer. Let's take a look at the civilizations while the players start foraging for food and scouting around and establishing their bases. The Bengali civilization essentially has stronger monks and elephants. If you manage to get to Imperial Age, there is an upgrade where the villagers take up 10% less space. So if you do find yourself in a trash war and you need, let's say you have 120 villagers, you upgrade and all of a sudden you have 12 extra units you can throw at your opponent. Their unique unit is the Rata, which is a combo melee / ranged unit. And it's a fun unit to use. The Khmer, on the other hand, they have a lot of great game advantages. They can garrison villagers inside the houses, which is always fun when you're raiding. You're being raided. They can advance to the next age without requiring any of the buildings. So as long as you have the resources, you can advance to the next age. And my personal favorite, they do not need to drop off food at a mill when they're farming. So essentially, as the Khmer player, you can put your farms down anywhere you want, and the villagers just start accumulating food. They don't need to walk all the way to a mill to drop that food off. Their elephants are stronger and faster, and their unique unit is a pain in the ass to fight against, the ballista elephant. If you can get enough of them into a critical mass, a death ball, if you will, there are very few late-game units, especially trash units, that can handle them well. You can upgrade them also with a second projectile, which just makes them even more annoying to deal with. All of that being said, I think the civ advantage is definitely in Vivi's favor, but never, ever write off the Viper. This is a player whose game sense is probably second to none. Just like you and I breathe without thinking, the Viper plays Age of Empires, and he has such an amazing sense of the game. So I'm very interested to see where this goes, and whether it gets into Castle, Imperial, if we're going to see Ballista Elephants, Ratas, anything and everything is on the table with these two fantastic players. The map, let's take a zoom out. Apologies again to anyone who's on a smartphone. The map is Arabia. The rush distance is quite large, and I also just noticed this is quite apropos of what I was saying about this being a clash of the titans. I don't know if you guys know the story of the titanomachy, but essentially it's the old gods of Mount Othrys versus the new gods of Mount Olympus. Both players have mountains around their bases, which, as a history nerd, makes me smile. We'll see who prevails, who is the Olympus and who is the Othrys. And there we go. That's as far as I'm willing to take that analogy. So for now, both players expanding their villager count, both sitting at 17, both going up to 18, 19. Like I said, the Khmer don't really need to produce any structures in order to go up to Feudal, to Castle, to Imperial. That being said, he has the standard lumber camp, mill, just because, again, you don't need a mill for farms, but this berry bushes definitely need a mill, so you're not walking too much. Viper starting to wall off his base. Getting a barracks very early on. I wonder if he intends to put pressure on Vivi with the 2, 3, 4 militia attack, or if he expects some kind of aggression. He's going up to 3 militia. So a fairly standard opening from Viper. We'll see if these are defensive. Most likely they're offensive. I haven't seen them used defensively in a while. And both players scouting. Let's check out their vision. If I click on Vivi's base, if you take a look at the mini-map, he basically has a lot of vision of what's around his base. He's starting to herd the deer to get a bit more food. Viper in exactly the same boat. 8 minutes in, both players have scouted their immediate surrounding area. Once the herdables are done, the deer, I expect both players to go out onto the map. Now, Viper is probably going to look to put on some early aggression. I wonder if he knows that Vivi is in the east and not in the south. I don't know if this is an educated guess, or like I said, the man's game sense is second to none. So by now, playing enough games, he must know where his opponent is likely to spawn. Vivi sees the scout cavalry. Will he see the militia? Yes, he sees the militia. So this gives him a couple of seconds, maybe 20, 30 seconds to prepare for them. And we'll see what Viper can get done with these guys. Like, if you've watched my videos, you know I'm not a big fan of early game militia pressure, especially at a level of these Elos. Take a look at 25-34, 25-41. These are not two players that are going to die to 3 militias. You may get 1 or 2 villagers. You may delay a little bit of mining time or gathering time. But the micro required to, you know, fine-tune this kind of attack is high. Take a look at the APM at the bottom right of your screen. The Viper is pushing 108, 116, 122 APM to Vivi's 50. So he is much more active. He is looking for blood. He is trying to see how he can use these early game offensive units to his advantage, delay, attack, split, etc. Back at home, he's continuing to grow his base. 13 on lumber, 8 on food, a few on gold. Vivi already up to feudal. 13 on food, 10 on wood. Let's see if he's going out on the map. 1 scout cavalry, 2 scout cavalry. So he still does not know where Viper's base is. Let's see if he discovers it. Yeah, he discovers a partial wall off, so he must know by now exactly where the Viper's base is. We have a 3rd scout cavalry coming, 2 more in production. Vivi is looking to put on some early feudal pressure, and look at that. Villagers inside the house. Fantastic, fantastic ability of the Khmer Civ. And look at that. Look at that, using a villager to do a hit and run on these militia. Like I said, these militias are generally not going to accomplish much. Maybe they might get a villager kill if he engages in them and doesn't micro well. There you go. Okay, so actually more damage than most players get with 3 militias. Viper must be pretty happy with that. Building himself a market, a blacksmith. He's looking to go up to castle. Take a look at his resources, 400 food, almost 200 gold. So he's definitely looking to go fast castle, or at least faster than Vivi, who's right now sitting at 100 food, 100 gold. So he's nowhere close to going up to castle. That being said, does he actually want to go up to castle? Because he's sitting on 5 scouts. Here comes the 5th. And we'll keep our eye on these militia, and we'll see if they can get anything done. Maybe they'll catch a scout cavalry. Maybe they'll catch reinforcements. Maybe they'll come home. Maybe they'll stay annoying. That's the beauty of this game. It's like chess. Beyond the few first moves, the game opens up, expands into an infinite number of possibilities. One of the many, many reasons I love this game, in addition to being just a fan from the last 25 years. These scout cavalry being annoying, already got 1 villager. Where are they going to go? Oh no, we have an exposed gold line here. Now these are fairly weak. He's got no upgrades on them as of yet. I imagine if he's going to commit to feudal aggression with scout cavalry, he's going to want to upgrade them, at least with the +1/+1. Backed himself into a corner here. 1 spearman. Ooh. Fantastic micro by Vivi. Takes the weaker scout, moves him to the back, leaves the stronger ones to fend off this spearman. And for now, he's just circling. Both players circling each other. The opponent's bases looking for some kind of damage. 6 scout cavalry going up to 7. So I'm not sure what Vivi's endgame here is, unless he can build a critical mass of these guys and just harass the hell out of Viper, make sure Viper has to garrison his villagers, make sure Viper can't collect resources. He'll, the population, Vivi's population will increase to such a point where Viper will have no choice but to either go all in and do something crazy, or he'll just GG, because at that point he won't be able to catch up. Vivi sending 5 villagers to the front, Viper up to Castle Age. So let's see how Vivi reacts. He reacts by building another scout. 0 gold, 170 food. This is not a player who's rushing right now to get to castle. Upgrades, here we go. So, Big Tell, that he wants to put on a lot more feudal aggression is the fact that he's investing all of these resources now to upgrade these scout cavalry, which are a very weak unit. Very weak unit. This tower should zone out the gold. What a perfect placement, right on top of the hill, on top of the mount. And this should get all of these villagers to back away. Viper going for monks, and like I said, the Bengalis have stronger monks, more armor. We'll see what he can get done with them. Back home, Vivi is continuing to build villagers. He's sitting at 34, going up to 35. Viper is starting to fall a little bit behind at 31. And that might be just because he's either... Oh, Vivi managed to get in. And that might be just because he either is investing more resources into spearmen, monks, buildings, or because Vivi's harassment is working. For now, 8 scout cavalry are not game-ending at the moment, but you never know. They can catch a few villagers here and there. The problem for Viper is, aside from this gold, which is, I mean, this is fantastic. You want 11 villagers on stone is great. Hopefully he'll get enough to build a castle. He'll be able to zone Vivi out. Vivi's got to be careful not to lose any of these scout cavalry. I love the snipe of the monks in Capture Age. Kudos to the team that developed this. Fantastic product. And what do we got here? A town center going down. So, despite the harassment from Vivi, and despite the fact that Viper can't really mine gold at the moment, which in Castle Age is basically a huge problem. Will he get this villager? Yes, he will. Despite that, he's continuing to expand his eco. I'm agree, disagree, up to you. These spearmen managed to catch a scout cavalry. Vivi is going up to 17 scout cavalry. We'll see if this works. Oh, another tower zoning out the lumber. Viper doesn't care too much. He's got more lumber in the back. He's got lumber in the front. Now he'll have a town center to support. And let's see if he can catch any of these scout cavalry with the monk snipes. No. So this force is moving out. 6 pikes and now 6 monks. Not too sure where they're going, what they want to accomplish. We'll see if Viper starts collecting relics. For now, being super annoying. I mean, look at this. He's got Viper sitting on 32 villagers, and at any given moment, 8 to 15 of them are idle because of the harass. So you're looking at 20 to 30 villagers who are working compared to Vivi's 42. So supplies are similar. Well, not so similar now, 62 to 46, but villagers, you know, an extra 10 is not game ending, but as the game progresses and if Vivi continues to harass with these scout cavalry, which he has stopped doing, Viper could be in trouble here. So walks all the way across the map only to be shooed away by this tower. Vivi, not too sure what his plan is. He's going up to 24 scout cavalry. 24 scout cavalry. So unfortunately for anyone watching this, I don't think we're going to get to Imperial. He's invested so much into this feudal army. 12 of them are here, 10 of them are roaming the map, 7 over here. I don't think that we're going to see, ballista elephants. Oh, this is interesting. Not every day you see a villager revolution fighting off scouts. Oh, I mean, Vivi's gonna lose a bunch. Oh, look at that. Look at those converts. Convert 6 of the scout cavalry. Amazing. Amazing. Viper might take this fight, actually, with the hill advantage, with the spearmen. The villagers have stopped fighting. But does Vivi have too much here? The monks are all gone. That's 600 gold that Viper is not going to see back. He's now knocked Vivi down to 5 scout cavalry, but Vivi is victorious here. Wow, look at the supplies. 53 to 36. Viper is in trouble. That was a fantastic fight for him, though. Fantastic fight. He basically reset the count of scout cavalry. The question is, will it be enough? Vivi is now stealing Viper's stone here at the north. He's got these 2 towers annoying as hell, stopping the main gold from being mined. Viper's going down here for another town center near wood. Okay. I wonder if he's seen any gold. So he does see the piles of gold around the map, but he's being cautious. This is a very conservative play here by Viper. He's not expanding too far out into the middle. These Scout Cavalry sitting at +1/+1. Oh, I mean, this is the Viper's specialty. He loves walling and trapping. He's probably the best in the world at doing that. Kudos to him. These 5 Scout Cavalry going ham. They have to be careful, though. They can't go into the range, into these kill zones of the town centers. But look at that. At any given moment, 13 idle villagers. Viper's working off of 12 villagers at the moment. 20 villagers. While Vivi is sitting on 52. So, like I said, unfortunately, things are not looking great for Viper. It's only a matter of time. Unless he can break out of this, unless he can contain these Scout Cavalry. He's reset the count. He's coming back with some monks. I like this. A little monk escort. Will he can get these converts? No, Vivi suicides. And that's actually great for Viper because now he has the energy. He can convert 2 of these. Scout Cavalry, or maybe not. Oh, what a catch by Vivi. Oh, he loses a relic, but will he get the converts? No, he does not. They quickly escape out of range. They're just so fast, so light on their feet. The North still completely zoned out. He's got to figure out a way to get rid of these towers, because right now he's got nothing on gold, and he's in Castle Age playing Bengalis. So I'm not sure he can really expand much here, unless he plans on using his market. Maybe? I'm not sure. An unfinished house here. Okay. This mining, or whatever this was, a house mining camp, has been destroyed. Vivi is now moving forward with more villagers. The pressure here is relentless on the Viper. I mean, I would have GG'd maybe 10 minutes ago. Kudos to the Viper for staying in it. 24 idle villagers, so 30 idle villagers. I mean, this is just problematic. The man's in Castle Age, but he can't get out enough units. Oh, he's going for a castle. If he can get this up, then he stands a chance. If he can get this up, then these Scout Cavalry will be zoned out. These 2 towers, or at least this 1 tower, will go bye-bye. What's Vivi coming here to do? Oh, he's putting down his own castle. No, he's not getting that castle up. He's got 47. All his villagers are idle. Yeah, this is the smart move by Viper. You have to GG at this point. I mean, look at this. 47 out of 47 villagers are idle. Vivi's literally working with 48 villagers to your 0. His army count 9-2. And what a fantastic feudal pressure play by Vivi. Endless scout production, even when he lost all of his scouts except for, I think, 1 or 2 up here. He managed to rebound and just be annoying as hell with his Scout Cavalry. Wow, just a fantastic game. Fantastic game. Viper's micro with the monks, amazing. Getting 6 cavalry, 6 scouts, converting them to your team is just epic. But unfortunately, without any gold, 0 on... I mean, now they're all 0 because he resigned, but the whole game, essentially, no gold. And without gold, unless you're pumping other resources, selling them, and even selling them after a while, their value goes down. You can't beat the Khmer civilization. I mean, what can Viper put up against the Castle Age or an Imperial Khmer without any gold? I mean, no. What can anyone? So fantastic play. The Clash of the Titans here. Now we know Mount Olympus in red, Mount Othris in purple. 2 gods of the game. I hope you enjoyed the cast. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff, enable notifications, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.